Well then, now we're back in action. And we have beer. That helps. Beer is a great thing. Now then, let's do some bonus things, shall we? Like playing games. Very important bonus thing. I'll type it quickly. Get the new windows open. And the usual one, once again, it needs to fucking reload. Of course it does. At this point in time, I'm not even surprised by it. More like, you know, mildly irritated. Very mildly. Yes, Kitty. As are you, I know. Even the kitty looks at this and goes like, oh, that should not take that long to load. But it does. Now then, a little bit deep. Oh, come on. There's it. And we have this one, this one, this one, this one. And YouTube should be finished. And it is. Good start indeed. Now then, push that noise button and see what the fuck I actually left off, because I don't fucking remember where I left off. Somewhere. I guess I remember it being somewhere. Oh yeah, I think I know where we were supposed to be going. Still in the Barrens, aren't we? Yes, we are. What does my quest log say? Tells me I have to go south. Okay, that's a start. I'm pretty sure I did a few more quests during lunch break one time, so a bit further down the story of the fucking Barrens. Murdering our way through all of the wildlife, because fun and dandy. And now we basically have a mission that leads down south. And down south, as you might know, is the fucking fortress. We're gonna beat that fucking fortress now. Including the damn fucking escort quest. Oh, escort quests. Because, yeah, we go here, and I think our objective is somewhere down here. Means we get very close to that fucking annoying thing. We'll be down there killing shit. On the way, maybe collecting a few more soul shards. Are they soul shards? Soul shards. I always get confused. Don't worry, bitch, I paid for the game. Ah ha ha ha. Look, little Terry again. Welcome. Weren't you already excused for the night? Not that I'm not happy to see you again, mind you. An unexpected little boon. I should make myself a new healthstone. Or I steal more shells to make more healthstones. I couldn't sleep. Well, that does happen sometimes. I know that feeling. I mean, don't forget, even just lying in bed and doing nothing is already a bit resting. Not gonna replace actual good sleep, but that's a start. Where is that lady I need to talk to? I mean, I would say, if you're very smart, try immediately migrating over to Germany, because tomorrow is a national holiday. So you know what happens, even if I step a bit late, ain't gonna be a problem. For once. But hey, if you can't sleep, I'm gonna keep you company for an hour, so maybe that will put you to sleep. Maybe my angelic voice will put you to sleep. I mean, who knows, I've heard stranger things in my time, so maybe, maybe not. And yeah, do try to stay in bed and
Farewell.
Yeah, pretty sure that's farther south. But they're along the coast. Along the coast. Okay, so we go down the coast. We Maybe start going into the water a bit further down, because now we're hunting not the creatures of the land, we're hunting the creatures of the water. Like giant whales and stuff, because we can. And luckily our little succubus is waterproof. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. You know, I really do like this sort of... because now actually I'm using basically all of the demons that I would never really use under later WoW circumstances. Because basically later WoW, you at level 10 use your fucking imp because you have no choice. And from level 10 onwards, since you get your Void Walker, you basically always only use the Void Walker, the Void Walker, the Void Walker. All the way to max level basically, because why wouldn't you, or why would you use anything else? I'm supposed to kill Isha Awak. Okay. In a classic WoW, the Void Walker is actually a fucking horrible choice, because the Void Walker sucks ass. Oh. Thank you. What do you think about Microsoft getting 50% of Blizzard? Honestly, after... well... Blizzard's unholy union already, I have no strong opinion about Blizzard whatsoever. They say, what don't you know? Sell themselves out even more. I quite literally don't give a shit any longer. They will never return to the company that I once loved for their games, so be my guest. Put them into pieces if you want to. The fact that Microsoft, however, is very much heightening their own power in the larger gaming sector, that's kind of debatable, not probably a good choice, but I mean, we all kind of saw it coming that at some point in the future you'll probably only get actually new and innovative games from indie companies anyway. It's a bit like with music, you know. Music has changed dramatically too. Honestly, nowadays, apart from the indies, is there really anything good left? Back, and so are you and I see. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, little strategy member. Terry has rejoined us because he couldn't sleep. So he decided that, you know what, fuck it. Blizzard... I mean, Blizzard will, for eternity, quite literally, I mean, not real eternity, but what feels like eternity, still have WoW. And that will still be money that comes in regularly, plannable. So along with that, they will have actually a very comfortable position for themselves. There's the creature I'm looking for. It's a little nasty monster. I shall kill it. Look at this creature. Disgusting. We need to kill it, or it can procreate. I do love the water class. It's like, put on your curses, wait until they run out, reapply them, use your wand. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, I mean, as a company, Blizzard is probably still worth quite a bit, and not necessarily a bit. I mean, they also have other IPs, don't they? They have stuff like Overwatch, don't they? Although, to be fair, the only thing I know of Overwatch is probably the porn. To be fair, because there's a lot of it, apparently. I do mean a lot. Jesus fucking Christ. Kinda impressive, actually. You don't see that many games getting that many fucking porn. Right? Doesn't hurt your popularity, actually quite the opposite side of the spectrum, I would say. Okay, we're gonna kill quickly everybody here, and we're gonna let them sit around dead in order for us to do that escort quest. So my genius plan goes. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? So.
That spell
Yeah, that spell isn't ready yet. Your mother isn't ready yet. Do it. And he's like, but my mom is dead. Yes, you are too. Doesn't stop you from being an idiot. Okay, well, it's all on that path. Now, since we actually don't know how idiotic that NPC is, because I don't the fuck remember, I'm going to be a bit nice about killing things. Because we don't know how many he will draw. I'm imagining a many. A great many. Which one is we are a bit more powerful than them now. To the point actually where we don't even get experience out of them any longer. Which is kind of saddening actually. When you think of it. They don't. I still have this quest though. I kept it because I really wanted to finish this quest at some point. Just because they really piss me off. I remember this fucking fortress. And I remember how much I hated it. For good reason. When you come here the first time and you can't pick up the quest around level 18, 19 or whatever the fuck, you will find yourself wholly underleveled for this. Especially since you have to, in some cases, fight 2 or more of them at the same time. And the escort quest is cancer. The only real choice you have is as long as you don't have a group, and I think this quest very much relied on you having basically other people available. If that is not the case, you will find yourself getting fucked. Quite a bit. Because now, Old WoW kind of relied heavily on the idea that, you know, you play with people, you're not actually playing alone. Sadly, either because, in this case, because the servers were not here, because, well, some people always were antisocial, even back in the day. At least you have the Succubus, indeed. This is basically the pet you use all the way up until level 60, because it's a decent damage dealer. And as I said, the Void Walker sucks. It's actually the whole point. The Void Walker was of course supposed to be the pet you use for leveling, because it's basically supposed to be a tank. Semi-good tank even. But it's not. Quite literally can't hold aggro for shit. Got better later on, yes. Green choose the Succubus. Or, technically speaking, the Imp. You can also use the Imp. Actually, some talent spreads that actually suggest you strengthen your Imp if you want to use that one. Honestly, I always like the Succubus better. I mean, you know, it fits the image of an PG Warlock a lot better. It does. It actually does an impressively high amount, so I'm basically the tank for this Succubus in this case. Because as you might figure out, it's actually one of the reasons why stamina is actually rather important for the old Warlock, because it's kind of the basic bitch idea that you take most of the damage actually. You absorb it yourself. The whole reason why you have fucking stuff like Demon Armor, which A heals you and B gives you, well, more health. More survivability, rather. I am indeed the Void Walker. Or the Succubus. The Succubus is basically the Warlock, I am the Void Walker. And I would like to point out I'm a pretty good Void Walker. Especially because I can fear shit.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Now normally, if you are in a fight where you need to rely on fearing your enemies, that's A, standard procedure, and B, fucking annoying. This means your enemies are actually somewhat tough. Yes, to end the point I was making originally, this is basically the way you did it if you had no friends and no interest in social interactions whatsoever. You would come back later.
That's still recharging.
Not really good for your XP, because the quests then give less XP of course, but still, a valid option. And now that we have killed everybody, again, we will escort this little cunt outside.
What brings you?
Yeah, shut up, get moving. Also, as you can see, I have actually got myself a few more bags. 8 slot bags, because my equipment fills up so fucking fast, it's not fun. Especially because I have soul pouches. Which are nice, but honestly debatable. Honestly, I was never in the habit of keeping many soul shards to begin with. I usually collect those, well, on the fly, basically. But that doesn't really cut it for larger events like raids, because then you will actually kind of expect it to bring them beforehand. Since the soul shards usually have more space, you know, you have to loot them to complete the quest. I know, but that's not really an important thing. If I looted them from the very get-go down there, they would have respawned en masse already. What I will do, I will escort them out, and by the way, we have to go back in to kill the guys up there. We will collect all of the loot and get all of the medallions. And we will either way get that 10 medallions, because we still have to kill far more people. I'm not really too much about the loot itself. least not the quest loot. What I'm interested in, what annoys me, is the money that lies on the ground. I can't immediately pick up. But I don't care. This quest is cancer, and I want to get it done with. It's the whole fucking reason I am doing this. This particular annoying way. Let's see how many of them have actually managed to respawn already, and if they have started disappearing. Yes, they've started disappearing. Yep, means they're gonna be back fucking soon. Also because this asshole moves you now slow as fuck. See? Okay, we're gonna start streaming too. What's stopping you? Let's do it. Get your chef schon. OBS or Streamlabs. Start doing it. Come on, kill it. I hate this guy so much. He's such a fucking useless idiot. A drag on my resources. It's like, look at me, I walk very, very slowly through the area, instead of running away because I'm actually, you know, breaking out. Are you happy now? Oh, this guy's so fucking annoying. Are you finished now? For the love of God. Jesus Christ. This guy gives me so much cancer. Are you kidding me? Do you really want me to go with you all the way to fucking red shit now? Maybe this is the part I had forgotten. For good reasons. Because if I have to fucking carry this shit, piss it. Oh, for fuck's sake, game. The rewards cannot even be high enough for this. Because if I had to go at this speed all the way back to fucking red shit, I'm going to throw up. Oh, sometimes classic WoW. Sometimes just Jumpstart Classic WoW gives you something like this where it's like, wow, am I glad that they changed things up in the future, because fuck this shit. Well, time for more cancer, I suppose. Yep, this is going to be royal as fucking cancer. So I'm seeing blood in the balance. This looks awesome. Oh, hello there, little one. On the YouTube side, yes, might look awesome, but on the other side of the argument, the quest itself is cancer. I have to apparently accompany this asshole all the way from fucking Northwatch all the way up the fucking Ratchet because he's a fucking bitch ass who can't even fucking... Are you kidding me? Don't make your life fucking difficult. You make my life fucking difficult. This guy really wants to die, doesn't he? But yeah, since this is technically speaking not a complete classic WoW, but technically speaking Burning Crusade classic version, which is still pretty damn classic, actually Blood Elves around. I mean, look at this cunt. Although, you know, he's a male Blood Elf. I really want to accept those as proper Blood Elves. Kinda gay, aren't they? Considering what he's asking of me, yeah. What an asshole. I mean, at this point in time, I kinda don't really have much of a choice, do I? Yeah. He runs back. This is gonna take a while. I mean, to be fair, my reputation with Ratchet is getting better. They're gonna run into them, aren't you? I thought they're gonna run into them, aren't you? I know you're fucking asking such questions. He's not coming at us. You are the fucking asshole who runs into them. Jesus Christ, man. Stop lying to yourself. It's like everybody's out to get me. Everybody's attacking me. I don't know why. runs straight at the enemy, screaming that they're coming at him. He's a very bad liar. I'm gonna let all of these corpses lie around and then we collect them on the way back. Because technically speaking, we still have to get back to that fucking fortress. Also, that guy really is a bad liar. Yeah, no. Everybody's out to get you. I get you. But still, a lying piece of shit. I mean, it would be great if I wanted to fuck around. Especially the burns in the largest zone. But so you have to travel everywhere constantly to turn in by their Warlock Classics. Cool bit. Indeed.
Still recharging.
Classic was the time when you still needed to use other pets than the Void Walker, because the Void Walker was sucky and couldn't tank for shit. Which meant first the Imp and then the Succubus. Also you get cool quests and cool pets later on. The Doomguard. Yeah, of course you love him. I hate him like the fucking plague. For good reason. Yeah. The Barons, I have fond memories of the Barons, especially Barons Chat. Barons Chat was always fun. It gave me something to do while I waddled on and on and on through the whole of the Barons. The amount of Jack Norris jokes. Good times. Barons Chat was always special. That's because you can spend an assholishly long time in the Barons, because it has a quite wide range level-wise that you can go through. Still though. One quest, very good reward. The reward cannot in any way, shape or form be good enough to actually justify the amount of trouble I have to go through. And I do mean this is far more troublesome than it is worth it. Yep, absolutely. I'm out of mana. How saddening that is. I could almost do something about it, but I can't be asked. That is why God gave us spells for that. Spells that actually, you know, hurt me. Yes, look, he's really psychotic. He's like, everybody's out to get me, they're running right at me. No, they're not. No, they're not. Nobody would probably attack you if you just acted like a normal human being. Then again, he's a blood elf and a male one, what were you expecting? Ain't known as the most reasonable ones. Understandably. As all knife-eared people are. Of course. You wonder why I'm so racist to the knife-eared populace. Well, here you have a very good example of why. Elves. Not the brightest. That's the coconut potatoes very nicely, yes. Instead of opinion we should genocide all of them, but well, that's a whole nother matter, isn't it? Quick to move it, please. Still a fucking long way over the red ship. Gonna be here all night if you keep going at that speed. He's like, yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna keep you here all day long. Event at 150 followers. Actually, first there will be an event for the 100 followers. Then there will be an event for the 150 if that ever came to pass. Probably gonna be next weekend actually if I find the time to plan that. You had a name but you had nothing on you. Probably gonna be a relatively long stream too, so you know. We have actually something to look forward to.
My mana is low.
Yes, I know. But we don't really need mana to kill these guns. Come on. Then, since we need to go back, we can collect all of the goodies we have left behind, so far as they're still left behind. Yeah, right, I can't. I have no mana, I forgot. It's actually kinda cute to see mana regeneration being dead slow again. I don't remember in more Modern War actually ever running into problems with mana management and other such things. Have you tried Pass of Exile? Don't think I have. Would that be any good? That be something to check out? What's your opinion on it? Muerta, little Terry. Kill, kill, kill. Shut up, you. We'd be there 100 times over if you wouldn't be fucking running into everyone. That guy is such a pain in my ass, though. An unbelievable pain in my ass. That's alright. I have to say it's somewhat good. I might take a look at it. Just because you can. As soon as this is over and we start running back again, I will open my bloody beer and give myself a nice little shrug of it. After that nonsense we've gone through, I think I deserve that much at least. I'll take a look. Honestly, my main problem right now is actually not lack of ideas or lack of things I want to do or can do. Actually, a sheer singular lack of time first and foremost. Normally I would say lack of money, because yeah, money is very fucking tight, but in this particular case it's just a fucking lack of time. There's so many things I kind of want to take a look at least. Well, like, could this be something I want to do? You know, at least as a one-off or something. I just don't have the fucking time. Which is one of the main reasons why I do hope that I get this job, because then at least I would have somewhat stable times again. It would make things a bit easier. Can I actually follow you? Probably not. Can follow other people though. Problem is, you know, I have an auto. Also, there's a button for actually switching between running and walking, but can't be asked to look up which one it is. Normally, you'll never use that one, because why the fuck would you slow down? Already fucking slow before the mount, why would you slow down even further? I mean, you know, some people would be like, but RP reasons and people don't run everywhere, that's not normal. Shut up. Just shut up and walk. I don't want to hear it. You have a fucking gay name, you're a fucking gay character, fucking move it. Making me aggressive. Normal, be fair. Food is good. Food is always good. I mean, you know, a man can live very well on just bread and water alone, but that's not satisfying now, is it?
Hello.
Look at what we get. Shit that we can't even fucking use.
Next we meet.
What an assolish quest. Jesus Christ. I'll never fucking do this again. It's a bit like the Tower of Temptation in Grandia. No, nobody saw me doing it. Bloody well, can you be happy, because that was just painful. It was fucking 4 hours of just grinding my way through that tower. The mobs are fucking annoying. They have magical resistances beyond fucking amazingly annoying. And it's a big struggle right now. It is. And it will not get better immediately. Even if I get a job, it'll be right now a job as a trainee, which means I get shit all. We put this into numbers. You get like 11k as a trainee. If I do this as a normal job, I get like, well, 24. And if I get all of my qualifications that I want to get at the moment, I'd end up with... depends a bit on if I end up on a leading position or not, but in a leading position it's somewhere between 45k, around that ballpark. It's kind of where I want to end up, because at that point, gaming and streaming will be secure until the fucking day I decide to not do it any longer, which will probably be never, honestly. I have found no reason to stop doing it yet. I don't think I will immediately find one. I mean, you know, you never know. Euros, of course, my friend. Why would I... It's with temperatures. If I tell you a temperature, assume it's in Celsius and not in fucking Fahrenheit. Just fuck that shit. Americans and their fucking freedom system, freedom currencies. Succubus, could you stop you hurting yourself? What a stupid succubus. I like my kind damage. Yeah, the difference is amazing, isn't it?
We shall meet again.
This is actually... this isn't after taxes, but it is without any bonuses. Usually you get stuff like a 13th salary around here. So basically you get 12 months payment and you get a bonus the 1st of December usually, so so-called 13th salary, which depends a bit on the company, but it's somewhere between 50 to 60% of a regular salary that you get as a bonus basically. But you know, basically what I did at my store, you know, leading people, leading a business, leading a store, can be very profitable. You just need the right qualifications. I get my qualifications in business administration, and I get a job doing that. I'll be of well enough that playing games will never be a matter of I don't have the money to get a new game that I want to play. Yeah, you do that, military. I'll be waiting. But literally, I have nowhere else to go. But yeah, that's the plan for the moment. That is, however, still going to take 2 years' time to get the qualifications, all of them together, and usually from that point on around 5 years to get, you know, through the usual steps. That is a regular. I'm training to become, what was it called? A merchant in retail was the job description in English, wasn't it? Was it? I'm pretty sure that was it. Or the other way around. Actually, let me look it up before I tell you nonsense. Yeah, retail merchant, something like that. There's some ways of saying that, but you know, you get it here. After that comes business administration. Business administrator, to be precise. Very important thing. Very important thing indeed. Just getting it done though. But you can really see the rise, you know. You start off as a trainee, you get enough. You get 11k a year. That's quite literally nothing. It means that you have barely enough to keep yourself alive. There's no way you can save any money that way. As soon as you actually start just working as a fucking merchant in retail, you immediately end up with, like, you know, triple the amount. You get higher. Triple the amount is nonsense. You get basically more than double the amount immediately. Then you get into business administration. Suddenly you're like, well, I'm at fucking 45k, which is still not putting you in any way near what, you know, some people earn in management positions. But it's a pretty damn comfy position, money-wise. More than enough to keep me happy and fat. And playing games, which is the important part. Because, you know, I had that. Yeah, many games that coming out. It's like, I don't want to really have to consider like spending fucking 30 bucks. Like, even if it's a full price new one, like, I don't know, 40, 60 bucks or so. I don't want to sit here and be like, I need to debate internally if I can actually afford this. I just want to fucking go like, yeah, sure. I want to pay for that. It's not too much to ask, I'd say. Just getting is gonna be the pain. Now, technically speaking, if you're very smart about it and you have the willingness to go the extra mile, you could actually try to hire for other companies in higher positions after that and get into the real high leading positions with that. At which point you would earn a lot more money, but also you would have no time whatsoever for fucking anything. And you know a few people who actually went down that road in the past, and I say we're not really friends any longer because I don't see these people any longer. Because all you get to hear from them is, sorry, no time, busy, busy, busy. That too doesn't seem to be a good deal in my personal opinion. Because I would like to have some time for my hobbies, actually. Now. I mean, what's the point of earning a lot of money if I have nothing I can spend it on that actually gives me some fun? That is so you know.
That stone isn't ready yet.
I don't know everything I will get fit. It's nice. See, I'm happy with a bit less. Quite happy, actually. As I said, you know, if I had the fucking willingness to go through it, I could push this far enough that I could end up with like 60, 65k if I wanted to, but then it's just work. And that's not satisfying. And if you go to one of the really big companies, I do know one person who's like, actually does manage to earn his, I think it was like 70 something K he earned. And still, you know, these numbers are all without any bonuses, so basically after bonuses he would even earn more, but to be fucking honest here, that's just fucking bullshit. Just work, nothing else. Not my style, honestly. I want enough money that I can live off it. I want enough money that I can actually, you know, put something aside for when I'm getting older, yes. Doesn't need to be much, but, you know, enough that I can not fear getting older. Apart from this, I just want to play games. Not really much to ask for, if you ask me. I see somebody was here already, because we need to wait for a respawn. Ah, that's painful. But hey, now that I think about it, what job are you aspiring to do then, little Terry? That'll earn you this nice 56k. What's the field of your choosing, your pleasure, whatever the fuck? I'm interested. Has it something to do with that new digital nonsense that I always hear so much about? Was it something more classical? Like engineering. I hear engineering actually can earn you nice money. Let's sit on his chair. Contemplating life and my choices. What has brought me here? Well, it's like I'm innocent of all of my doings. I'm controlled by an outside being. Automation technician. Yeah. Sounds like the kind of job that would, especially because automation becomes ever greater part. I guess that is one of the fields very much for the future. That would be expanding a lot. And again, I do think that, honestly, retail will also be around. It was around forever. It will be around forever. There will never be a world without retail. Let's actually take a look at the Succubus model, shall we? How smexy does Blizzard allow its little beings to be still? Not much of a breast shake. Kinda don't like that. Blue glowing eyes. I do remember that I once heard from a person that there are actually some nude model thingies for WoW, and I was like, why? What'd you do that? Just look at the models. Do you really want to see them naked? Because I for sure don't. But hey, some people I'm with that, I guess. Was quite a bit of a nice debate actually. Not on the size of fucking GTA's hot coffee debate, because that was fucking big. But still. Boss match, not enough. Not really surprising considering the sheer size of WoW, but you know. Male version of the Succubus in retail. They already did. In this game actually you can get a quest for the fucking thing. The Incubus. And I declined that quest because... fuck that shit. Fuck whoever thought this up. There is now an Incubus. You can get a male pleasure demon. Yeah, that's fucking weird, isn't it? That's just fucking disgusting, isn't it? That's not something you want to have. I'm pretty sure, since... Actually, this game is weird. I did the quest Rogroma for my Succubus. And I can now go into Undercity and take the same quest, basically, for the same demons again. So technically speaking, what I could do the Succubus quest in Ogroma, and yet now I could go over to Undercity and take the quest for the Incubus and get both. But I refuse. I fucking refuse. That was never part of the original class. That was never part of the fucking Warlock. And I've played this class, basically, you know, apart from the very beginning where everybody played a warrior or something to start out with, since basically forever. I refuse that change. With all of my bloody heart, I refuse that change. That's not gonna be a thing. Fuck that. Fuck that sideways. Fuck that in the ass with a fucking giant dildo. I don't give a shit, but just fuck it. I wanna be sucked, I don't wanna suck. Yep. I mean, I don't know. Basically, a succubus is a pleasure demon, a dream demon. So basically, I don't think the succubus necessarily has a defined form. So, you know, she could probably just hide a giant strap on in those panties. We don't know. And it probably depends on your personal desires. But still, I'd much rather prefer that. Not a fucking male version. There ain't even gonna be any titties to look at. I would like to have some titties in my face, thank you very much. Also, how am I supposed to be a fucking edgy warlock without a fucking succubus? Nope. Shit. I've carried on my bloody shoulders many of Blizzard changes, and for most of them, I have been more than willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. But that's the sort of change where I'm like, no. Fuck you. This goes against everything I know. So fuck you. Fuck you, Blizzard. Fuck you indeed. And you wonder why I'm like, I'm not gonna give them any money. Look at the shit they've done while I wasn't around. Because I swear to God, when I was still playing, the last time was during fucking beginning of Battle Furtherot, I'm pretty fucking damn sure that wasn't a thing. And if it was a thing, it was very cleverly hidden. Because that definitely wasn't around. For the love of God, I sure fucking hoped it would never be a thing. Respawn, you fucking asshole. Respawn. I mean, come on. Imagine you have played the last time during, I don't know, rough, and you come back and you're like, wow, that's a thing now. They're putting me off the game immediately. Really fucking immediately. Very well. Well, shit. Maybe he's down here. No, but there's a preserver down there, which means they are respawning. Good. That sound effect alone is worth money, isn't it? The succubus smacking itself. That's a classic one. I've heard that soundtrack so fucking million times. I don't want to imagine that same soundtrack having a male incubus next to me. It's like, ugh. I'm gonna slap in your ass, bitch. Oh well. My complaints aside, justified as they are, I will admit this, you know. WoW has a very good play formula. It is really not something of a game you should play if you have a very addictiveness prone personality, because this game can get quite addicting. It sucks you in to a certain degree, you could say. Which actually speaks well of the game, to be fair. It's one of its more pleasant aspects, that it actually is very well playable and very enjoyable. That's even alone. I mean, to be fair, Star Wars does a better job when it comes to the actually character involvement in the whole quest lines that they go through. Blizzard always had a bit of weakness there. Because, you know, I would like to remind people, and I do like to remind people of that very much, the Death Knight, when it came out, Blizzard was all going like, wow, we are gonna do so much with this, and they're gonna get, you know, class quest lines, and they were great and cool storylines and stuff. And fucking hell, what came of that? Nothing. And ever since then, you know, promises were made, never kept. Blizzard in a nutshell. Got ever worse, I have the feeling. It's something I actually take, you know, Blizzard seems to be kind of forgetting that it's not actually, you know, a politician. I know that organization is no politician. And that they can't really get away with that whole lying their fucking asses off. And then not keeping any promises. Play well, listen. Then there are some other things that Blizzard did in its time that really I find somewhat annoying. Like, you know, bowing out right down to sucking China's cock. I remember that. I wasn't too happy about that, per se. Found it a bit disgusting, honestly. And unnecessary. I mean, you know, it's one thing to do the quiet thing, you know, you want to get your product to China, so yeah, you have to go through some of the annoyances that comes with, like, you know, changing your game to certain aspects, no skulls, for example. Okay, I can do this, but that should be the end of it. You should really bow down even further. You already sucked enough cock, you don't need those last few inches now, do you? No, the Blizzard does indeed needed those very much. Okay, where's the last guy? Oh, right there. Straight ahead, basically. In the tower. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock indeed. And then we go out here and then we come never back here again because fuck this fucking... You see, I will do this as I usually do it. I will remember that I was annoyed of this fucking place for a while. But the next time I come around, probably years from now, I will have once again completely forgotten. I go in here like, wow, I don't even remember this place. Then I go inside, and I will remember. Then I will curse loudly about it. And back then Blizzard was still really, really mean, wasn't they? They were like, yep, let's get any money from streaming it. Money? Yes, I got. I got a few donations here and there, because people can, technically speaking, if they want to donate some money to me. But, cumulative over, I don't know. How long am I doing this? 2 years or so? Maybe like $40. 40 euros, I mean. And that still kind of really surprised me, because honestly I wasn't expecting anything, to put it mildly. Because, you know, I'm not actually doing this for the monies, and I'm not doing it in the hopes of actually earning money with it. I tried it out and I realized that it's fun to do, and so basically this replaced my evening playtime. It became basically what I now consider my evening playtime. I'm doing it first and foremost for the funs of it. That pleases me greatly. Everything else is purely a bonus, honestly. On the other side, you have people like the Kronos who are actually seriously considering a career in content creation, and I do find that admirable, because that means another form of self-employment, actually. But it takes patience and endurance to do that. Indeed. I realized that, you know, just letting my mind run free and ramble through the wides of the internet is actually kind of pleasant, especially because sometimes the internet actually screams back at me and goes like, hey, I'm here, you know. I also met a few cool people thanks to this, so that's its advantages, actually. Probably wouldn't have met the Kronos, for example, if not for streaming random shit. Because I can. Got a little strategy member, well, got a little Terry in this particular case. Let's not say that I forget about you. So, you know, it does come with a lot of advantages. Although, I will say this, if you really, if you really were to consider a career in content creation, honestly, I mean, you have my blessing and my endorsement to go ahead, but yeah, you better bring an asshole-ish amount of patience with it, because that takes a while to take off. If at all. You have no guarantees that you will actually succeed. After all. I mean, if you want a recipe for success, get yourself a nice pair of tits and wear clothing that shows just barely enough that you can get, you know, away with it. That's probably going to help you a lot. With the male audience at the very least. But then again, still no good content is made that way. Just that reaction is generated. Oh well. To be fair, we even had a nice pair of tits to show you, and I don't think I have the necessary equipment at all. I'd probably not use that for this particular hobby. Ain't really my style, to put it mildly. But oh well. Just my personal thing. That was a not so wise idea, little Marine. Not a wise choice at all. But yeah, at least when it comes to the fun parts, streaming is kind of fun. Do try it out, if you can. It doesn't actually require much in the way of equipment to start off with. I mean, you can get OBS and Streamlabs for free. If you want to use those, Twitch has its own little streamy thingies that you can use if you want to start off that way. And basically you don't need much more. There's also stuff like Restream that allows you to stream things to different places. So if you want to do something like I do and do it to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, you can. It's not actually that difficult. I'm not much of a, you know, a technical-minded person myself. Even I can manage after. To be fair, the tech boy set it up correctly. So now, there's that. In one month they've made more money than we make in 1 year. Potentially, yeah. I mean, I do think that's a bit of a problem, because it mixes things in a bad way. Technically speaking, somebody willing to go a bit to the edge of what is allowed, especially in the category of, you know, nudity, can probably get a lot of attention, a lot of money relatively quickly. But you're always running a certain risk that way. You're already in the gray zone, basically. So as soon as the rules get tightened, you get fucked. If they get tightened. Then again, you know, they will probably not do it immediately, or in a quick way. Because, you know, you're also producing a lot of revenue for them. Don't forget that. Not just that the streamers are reliant on the big companies that actually allow them to stream. These companies also rely heavily on the streamers actually creating content, so they do get their cut of the revenue. Not to say that's a fair deal, mind you. There is no fair deal in this world. Because the deal is, generally speaking, two parties trying to get the best for themselves. It's individually. There's also the reason why, and that is something you learn very, very quickly when you are in any way, shape or form doing a business. There's no honest merchant. That's the biggest lie of it all. Which is why my policy was always to not claim to be one. I'll admit happily towards my customers that I'm trying and give myself a good deal here, obviously. And most customers actually appreciate that sort of honesty, because they're like, yeah, at least you're honest about it. Worked a lot better. And we had many, many repeat customers. So that actually gives some assurance that my tactics weren't completely out and wrong. Well, still though, in small steps. Small baby steps. Now then, let me push on the
How may I help?
button. Yeah, your medallions give me something I don't need. I can sell it. Then I'll have to do two things. I have to sell some shit, and B, I have to quickly take a look around if everything's actually working. If YouTube and Twitch themselves are happy. Yes. Also, just in case you want to start streaming and you have no idea where to fucking start. I mean, it happens, you know. And I'm not much of a good source of information, but what little information I can give you, I'm more than happy to share. So, you know, if you're interested, just write me a fucking message or something. Doesn't really matter where. I'm gonna see it sooner or later. You wanna see me? Me to see that sooner? Probably the Discord is the best source. I imagine so, yeah. You got passion for your job. I loved running a business. It was a pain in the ass. It was a lot of work. I had work hours in work time that were beyond fucking amazing. But I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed running my own store with my partner together. We're good buddies. We worked together well. It was splendid. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. I was passionate about it. For fucking over half a decade at this point, we have worked our little SS raw in order to get things done. And honestly, I slept very unwell the night after, the night towards the 1st of this new month, because, well, it was the end of it. Still. And honestly, I'm gonna miss this for quite a while. Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, this was also the job where I realized that, you know, people always bitch and moan about retail. That's because they see retail from the very lowest position. Actually doing retail, the whole work with customers thing, can also be really, really refreshing and nice. If you do it on the basis of yourself as an expert. Indeed, all good things must come to an end. And that business has eaten more than enough money. I can actually give you the rough number, as they didn't know. This business has, no small amount, Corona's fault, to be fair, eaten up in private funds that we had to actually reinvest into the business to keep it going until the end. Around 25,000 euro that have been there. Which means I'm now completely out of funds and can't restart a new business because all of the money I had saved up is being, you know, blown there. But hey, even that is not stopping me. Also, let me check, look. Because if I still had that money, I would probably start a new business actually immediately, instead of going through the hoops of getting something else set up, but well. Now let me quickly check if everything is running. Twitch, give me an okay if you're working. You're working. YouTube is working. Let me see. Actually got a surprising amount of viewers on YouTube on this late hour. I can see two people watching. I can see you sitting there. I can see you. Not so. Somebody liked the video. That's very nice of them. I appreciate it. It is indeed very nice of them. It's good to see that YouTube is actually working, because YouTube recently gave me some trouble. Before that, Twitch gave me trouble. Put it mildly. Where do I need to go for this quest? I know this one. Am I an idiot? I'm missing something. Relatively sure. Where's that one quest I had? Have I finished this quest already? I mean, that could be. I really need a new area to quest in. Excuse me. Jesus, I thought it was trying to kill me all of a sudden. That came out of nowhere. Ugh. Okay, I need a bit of beer to calm my throat, I guess. And I have decided where we go. We go to it's Stone Talon Mountain. Yeah, we're gonna go to Stone Talon Mountain first, and then maybe later we go a bit into Ashenvale. Ashenvale is a really nice soundtrack. I remember, because there's a lot of travel distance in Ashenvale, actually listening to it quite a bit. Actually, you know, I think one of the peak moments music-wise for WoW was during Wrath of the Lich King, because a lot of the areas have really good soundtracks going on. Especially stuff like the Grizzly something, you know the area. Pretty awesome soundtrack, but even before that, if you actually listen to it, WoW has a pretty nice soundtrack all around. One thing they don't have, on one hand I find it good, on the other hand a bit saddening, is they don't actually have the sort of a combat soundtrack that many games use. You know, you basically have your basic background music for when you explore an area. When you get into combat, you actually have a combat melody play. Star Wars does that, for example, because they do have quite a few melodies for it. WoW not. WoW stays calm, music-wise. Which is kind of strange, because they could have just reused some of the music tracks from Warcraft C, for example. There's some of these soundtracks that would lend themselves very well to being actual combat music. I mean, I guess that's a choice thing, after all. Still though, kinda on one hand a missed opportunity for bringing in some other cool sound. On the other hand of the music, we do have some cool pieces already for the areas. Was that enough? Yeah, if we had the choice, I'd probably go over to Ashara, do some fishing there. You smoke. I smoke pipe. A classical pipe, you know? Not any drug pipes, no opium pipes, no, just classic pipe. In my case, I prefer a wooden pipe. You know, like the kind you would see in, you know, Lord of the Rings, in Tolkien books, basically. That sort of pipe. Actually, I have one with a long neck, to be fair. A reading pipe, so-called, which has a long neck in order to get the smoke away from your eyes, actually. I did in the past smoke cigarettes, of course, for quite a while actually. But my doctor outright told me that, you know, your lungs look like shit. Stop doing that. So we debated and, you know, bargained a bit, and he was like, okay, I'll stop smoking, but I'll not stop not stop with the pipe. He was like, well, I mean, you're not inhaling that into your lungs, so that's good, but still, you know, that's cancer. Well, literally. But well. He more or less, you know, okayed that. I stopped smoking. What do you mean typical? How's that typical? Smoking a pipe is pretty rare these days. Actually, it was the most fun thing. You know, I had 3 days of rehearsal work, you know. I came in there the first day, and I started, smoked my pipe, of course, you know, and during my break time. And by the next day, everybody in the company knew me by name. I was like, oh yeah, you're the guy with the pipe. I've heard from, you know, Paul, I heard from Olaf, I heard from everyone. But nobody was interested. Wasn't really something I thought about that much, but worked like a charm. Immediately all of the people knew me. They were like, yeah, that guy. Cycle of Rebirth, Harpies Threaten. Rise on a rise. An elite quest. With the enchanted resonant crystal and then slay Gogolrock. I mean, it's 20 plus elite though. We can probably do that. Kinda wanna say we can, probably. Oh, typical doctor. Yeah, pretty typical doctor. I mean, he's right, you know. My lungs did give me a lot of trouble, and that got actually better after I stopped smoking, so it's not like I claim that he was wrong. Just that, you know. It is. It is a lot more work to smoke like that, which means you actually smoke a lot less than you would in pure cigarettes. And I think the ritual is a lot more relaxing, technically speaking, than just a cigarette. A cigarette is more... It's basically just 5 minutes break time fun. It's quick and dirty, basically.
What
It's a bit the difference between...
Winds be at your back.
A bit like the difference between a quickie and actually longer lasting relationship. Sure, a one night stand is fun and exciting, but you know, it's a one time thing. Relationship is a lot longer. Takes a bit more, it usually requires a lot more sophistication and work. But you know, most people will agree that it's actually worth the fucking trouble. Not that I'm a good example for that, because I have a fucking divorce. So you know, don't take my word when it comes to relationships. Apparently I'm not the best at them. Yeah. That quest is gonna be a challenge. We'll go for that one. And I think we can go to that little goblin guy and get another quest too. The one next to the Shearing Cliff nonsense. I think, maybe, potentially. I think. But yeah, don't take my relationship advice. It's probably not a good idea. Or maybe, you know, take it to heart to not do what I did. Maybe. I don't think I did that much wrong. What do you think of vaping? I mean, I sold the devices for that, of course, you know, a shop specializing in tobacco wares. And liquor, mind you. And other more general good things. I do think that most people actually make the mistake of thinking that to be a healthy thing. Any sort of inhaling into your body stuff that is not naturally there, not supposed to be there, is not healthy by its nature. It's healthier than smoking, but it's not healthy per se. Do not make that mistake. Apart from that, it's that. It's gonna be there for a while, it's gonna be gone for a while. It will not stay, if you ask me. I mean, I'm okay with it, I'm okay if people liking it. Their own decision, and that's the most important part of everything. But just starting with it because you want to be, you know, in the cool kids group, but you don't want to smoke because, yeah, it's not healthy at all. And then you start vaping, it's like, you know, okay, so you're not shooting yourself in the face with a fucking shotgun, but on the other side of the argument, you're still shooting yourself in the foot with a 9mm. And the result is, you're still getting shot. Just that one thing is going to be a lot more deadly than the other. But, well, you're still shooting yourself, so... meh.
Hey, how you doing? Be good.
It's... The only thing I really found interesting is the way it got treated for a while, actually. Because, taxation laws. You have to take a... I need to take a break because I need to actually explain this a bit better. What I mean with that. As you all know, there is a sales tax on everything that gets sold, you know? Same is of course true for Germany. Now, usually it's like this. This is something like a thing that starts basically at the producer, then it gets to the wholesaler, then it gets... basically everybody takes tax from the other party. Down to the final, at the end, customer. Which is the plan, at least. Who then actually pays it, because everybody else just, you know, pays it and then gives it to the next guy, and so on, and so on, and so on. But they're different taxations levels now. On top of the sale taxes, for example, tobacco comes, well, a tobacco tax. That is, however, not unified in any way, shape, or form. There's not just one rate. No, there are different rates. The interesting thing is, for most tobacco goods, that is an obvious case. Now, vaping would, technically speaking, also fall into that category. But for the longest time, there was no tax on it. Which means the producers could earn a lot more money with that. So of course, they pushed that shit like a bitch. One of the biggest companies around, Philip Morris, very well known for Marlboro, yes, and you know, cigarettes, the tobacco and everything, completely realigned themselves and basically stopped investing into the cigarette and tobacco sector in order to produce the IQOS system. And push that, because a lot more money can be made that way. It's a hit the right time, I would say, because, well, tobacco heaters and vaping is still quite a big, nice, chunky sector at the moment that you can make a nice lot of money with. But these companies, of course, do not have your best interest at heart. No matter how much they claim, like, we want to offer you a more healthy alternative, no, they want to make fucking money off you. Also, it's a nice little side note that most people don't know. While a normal package of cigarettes has like 50% plus tax, tobacco tax, pipe tobacco actually only has like 30% on it. And tobacco heaters, like, you know, the little sticks you put into your IQOS system, they, if you actually look on the tax marker, at least in Germany, you will see are classified as pipe tobacco. Means Philip Morris makes a killing of that. Just kind of wanted to, point out just how much you get fucked with for somebody else's profit. You get used to it, believe you me. And not for good reason. Ah, no. They all just want your best, and your best, in this case, from the perspective of a company, is your money. And it is sad. Very sad, but true. No reason to even debate that. My friends are addicted to nicotine. It's a pretty classic thing, yes. And actually, while the number of smokers have actually been going back over the last 20 years, actually, during the Corona pandemic, we had actually for the first time a rise in the amount of new smokers or people that are smoking more. According to statistics, again. First time in... I mean, there have been years where we had basically zero change, but this is actually the first year in at least 10 years, the first time in at least 10 years where we have a rise in the numbers. Interestingly enough. And that rise has actually continued as far as I'm aware. And yeah, smoking is... and I think smoking will actually stay. It's a completely idiotic hobby to have, because, you know, you're wasting a lot of money, because cigarettes do not get cheaper at fucking all. And you're also hurting your own health, for no reason. But still, it is very much, I think, a very, very human thing to do, if you ask me. It's self-destructive, it's stupid, but it's also a very social thing. Smokers are actually very social creatures, especially to each other, so, you know, it has a social aspect to it. Which makes it all the more fun if you think about it. Ah, humans. We are little special creatures, aren't we? But no other good reason than that we fucking can. Okay, let's pick up that quest too. Oh yeah, don't take it out. Honestly, if you are smart, never start smoking. And never start drinking. But then again... I think I had a lot of good evenings, thanks to drinking heavily with my friends, doing stupid shit. Right now, looking back, reflecting on the past, if I had never started drinking, I probably would have missed out quite a bit. Maybe I wouldn't have, maybe I would. You know. I only smoke at parties. I mean, why not? If you can actually keep yourself under control that well and not get addicted to the point where you do it excessively, all the better for you, honestly. But I know few people who can actually keep that up. I know some who are completely unaffected. I'm just like, yeah, I can quite literally only smoke once a year during my 2-week vacation and be happy with that. I could never do that, but who am I? You wanna fight me? That ain't a wise choice, you know that. Like, you know, this is not a good shot, but they still do it. Well, if you wanna die, we can arrange that. Actually, some of you need to die because we need to go into the mines. So there's that. It should be so much. Because if you would drink nearly as much as often as you smoke, usually, you'd probably be dead. Also not functioning in larger society. I would imagine it to be relatively difficult. Well, that's not good. My succubus has died. I think they didn't see this little cunt. You will give me back the soul shard for that, though. I'm not gonna waste a soul shard on that. I refuse. I refuse most profoundly. Now what? Well, the same as before, little succubus. Same as before. I'm gonna be your void walker, and you do your thing. Ripping people into shape. Oh yeah, mines. This is one. Look at this map. Look how cancerous this looks. Now, how do I get to my enemy? Bring Garenzo, Ren, visual, mechanical arms, and disturb Farb of wake up, you know, what will be this Garenzo watches over the entire issue. And now you would figure me came for me, I'll make it over your bad. Okay. And where the fuck am I going in here? Isn't he in here? Am I just wrong? Am I stupid? Am I making a mistake going in here? Are we going to waste all of our time? One of those questions for the ages that nobody wants to ask. Or have to ask themselves. Think of mopeds and motorcycles. I mean, okay. Never really felt the appeal personally because, well, I think cars are a lot more comfortable. Makes me a bit more protected from the elements. Ah shit, that's not good. Yeah, I think a retreat is in order. That's a bit much even for me to deal with. But apart from that, mostly a matter of taste, honestly. For fuck's sake, could you stop that?
I can't cast that yet.
Yeah, because that is gonna slow me down far too fucking much. And if that slows me down, I can't escape. That's kind of what I expected to happen. Okay, I need to reread that quest. Because I'm pretty sure the quest told me to not go into the mines. Why am I thinking of going into the mines then, I wonder? Maybe my brain is confusing this with another quest that we get later. Could be. Well, we're gonna go though. I need time to head off to sleep again. Well then, thanks for dropping by again. Little Terry, has been a pleasure. Yeah. But have a good night's rest still. Get yourself some more sleep. Indeed, I enjoyed it. We're gonna play some more the next time. Also, start leveling up your character so you can help me in situations like this. I said I want to be allowed here. I did saw a quest in that mine according to my little quest thingy. I'm gonna go there and look again. I'm gonna take that risk. Yeah, trouble now. I don't think I'm in trouble, bitch. I think you're in trouble. I called you a nice, quiet demon realm into this nonsense. Okay, first and foremost, we need some more resources. Manner and food wise. I think we're gonna do a bit more, finishing up this mine. Only a few more questions, then I too will probably go to bed, because it is getting rather late. After all, well, for the moment it shall not stop us, shall it? How late is it? 2 in the morning, yeah. That's probably high time. Now, we are going through this one. I don't think this is going to lead exactly where I want to go. At least closer to it. Yeah, exactly. Because you can attack me when I'm getting attacked, you know. Would help me. She's like, nah, gonna look at my nails and not even think about it. Like, okay, thanks. Very nice of you, little checkers. You make some of my health, bitch. You too. You make some of my health, please. Make more of my health. For my bitch now. Mental health, bitch. Come on, let's just try to look down the fucking corridor. Could you not attack me outright? It's not very nice of you. But an insolent little creature needs to die. So all kobolds need to die. They too are very ugly little creatures. Actually, this is a very classical mine design, isn't it? And still, I don't completely remember where the fuck to go. That's saddening, isn't it? That came out of nowhere. Okay, maybe I can actually get through there. That asshole's gonna attack me, isn't he? Yep, of course he is. So did I actually do go to the right way? Interesting. How does it look with inventory space? And surprisingly much of it left, actually, now that I think about it. Good. That means that going in here is not gonna be a pain in the ass. At the very least. Now that is gonna be a pain in the ass, having 2 of them again.
That's still recharging.
Pain in the ass, pain in the ass still. Here's some health back. My health. I need it. It's like a drug. Very healthy drug in this particular case. Some more wool. That's actually good. Just I do need to fucking get my first aid and my tailoring up. In that order, actually. In my case, first aid is a lot more important, because that is actually what's allowing me to keep my downtime somewhat lower. Hello,
Yo!
you.
Have a good one.
Okay, gonna watch your back. Should probably have healed before that. You know, should have, could have, potentials. Many of them, but who needs them anyway? Now then. Come on. Okay, we'll take most of the the heat away from him.
Ready yet?
But more of that would be not so good for me. But somehow I still imagine there's gotta be more of it. I mean, technically speaking, I could fear some of them away. Worst came to worse. Still... not really too much of a happy thought. To be completely fair and honest with you. How long does it take you to mine one fucking piece of ore? Come the fuck on. It's like, yeah, let me just hit this rock for like a million fucking years. What a pain.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, that's a bit much. And how the quest failed.
I need to target something first.
And that quest is gonna be a pain, isn't it, if I wanna do it. Question is, do I wanna do it? Yeah, I think we'll have to probably skip this one. The more I think about it, the more sure I'll come on it, because that's not even gonna be the last wave, is it? I mean, we can try it one more time, but I don't think the end result will change much, honestly. I'm relatively certain of that, actually. Oh great, everyone has respawned. Yeah, it's gotta be a pain to get out again. Wait, now, why does this asshole take so fucking long to mine a fucking piece of fucking wood? Yeah, wood, I said. Ore. Really shouldn't take that long. Really, 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 really shouldn't.
Resist. Could be a metal soul.
Yeah, this guy's probably gonna take half a fucking eternity to respawn anyway. And she's not really upping my mood for staying around here and, you know, getting motivated again for no fucking reason. quest for the wicked. Yeah, I think we're going to skip this one. Which the next greatest challenge is fucking getting out of here again. Thanks, game. Thanks for doing this again to me. Pretty much a sort of quest we will come back later and do. Well, at this point we'll have to find a way out outside of the mine again. And we'll go look for the other one. The other two ones, basically, that we're still looking for. Which is the guy all the way by the watermill and the guy... Well, the other machine, the XT4. Yeah, that's the one. Should be enough, if you ask me. Oh, for fuck's sake, game, could you stop doing that?
I can't cast that yet.
Okay, I'm gonna die here, probably. Either running is as good as any choice. Ugh, painful. really, really painful. Yeah, that's typical WoW classic. It's like, basically this is a group quest. Just stop getting labeled as one. Because, you know, fuck you and all you stand for, basically. Now fighting, well, dying my way out of that mine is going to be fun for the whole fucking family. Basically, then we go up here, and where's the other? There's it. Then we need to kill Lorenzo. Yep. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan indeed. Yeah, for that quest we probably have to head to the land and cast. We have found the cave houses, slumbering earth, and change me some crystals as you visit. 15,000 crystals to smash open the resonant cast, which shows to you have been making to we can slay him. And that's one we might be able to do. We have to fight ourselves through an assholish amount of kobolds in order to get into there again, but still more doable than the alternative, I'd say. Still a bit more doable. Just a tiny bit more doable. The first question is, how many times will I die in order to get out of this mine? Well, going off of this, I would say a great many times. Run, you fool! Well, we ran as far as we could. That needs to be enough. Phew. And we go rap killing, shrub back to him, and we have to go there to finish that quest basically. I'll show how the plan goes at the very least. And I think after we finish that, I'll probably call it and go to bed. Would give you a nice 2 hours of extra bonus content. No, not a bad deal, I'd say. Not a bad deal at all. Bang in the darkness. Bang in the darkness. Then we'll come back at like level 40 and kill this fucking mine and all everybody in it just to fucking finish that quest. That sounds like a genuinely probably more workable plan. Plan. Workable clan. What's that even gonna be? Then the way goes over there. Somewhere. Somewhere over there, there's something. That something's called a little asshole. Needs to die.
Now what?
Now whatever I tell you.
Let's get this party started.
Each of my hands. Alright. A bit more this way. Yep. That should put me on track to meet that fucking little mech and kill it. Let's avoid the little ones. Now then, basically on the route it's supposed to be traveling on, so somewhere around here. I mean, it's not that easy to miss it, technically speaking. But I seem to be going quite a way around. Technically what we could do is just wait in one particular place where it goes and then wait there for it, but to be honest, that's not really my style now, is it? Patiently waiting. I mean, I'll do it if you don't give me a choice. Don't like it. Not at all. There he is. Now I have two more friends, eh? Trying to be assholes to me. It's a pain in the ass, and royal one at that.
Never felt so.
Pain in the ass.
That's still recharging.
Yeah, I also forgot that grey, which means I don't even get a soul stone from them. Soul stone, I say. Soul shard, I mean. I resisted your magic. What you gonna do about it? It sounds like not much, boss. Not much. Don't really have an option here. You're gonna tell me he's up there, aren't you, game? And then you're probably not gonna tell me how the fuck I'm even supposed to go up there, are you? But I'm pretty sure he's not down here. Of course, game. Now I need to remember how to get my fucking ass up there, aren't I? Oh, great fun for the fucking whole family. And come on, how do you expect me to remember that much after that fucking long? Maybe there. You only do 2 sides. Still though, you know. Bit assholish, isn't it? Okay. Let's try to figure this out, shortly. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful. It's going to be so painful. Now, let's see if I'm actually right. That would be a good start. Okay, I may be right. It's gonna make things a lot easier for me. But since we found our way up here. Oh, great. And we immediately have to do this again. I'm not even surprised. Hardly not. That's smartly. That's smartly. Give me your fucking soul, bitch. Okay, game. Why are you refusing to give me my souls? I'm pretty sure I deserve that. Looks like now we don't. Actually. Yes. The 3 people got 1 soul shard. I'm feeling somewhat misused. And at the same time, well, that's fun. Pain to deal with. Come on, give me a soul. Don't run away, give me a soul. For the love of fucking God, game. Of course you do. Of course you're gonna spawn me all the way back here, aren't you? Yes, of course you do. Well, it's gonna make this return trip fun, because this return trip will take bloody working forever, basically. Well, it's gonna go sometimes. Can't win them all, and maybe if we're lucky we actually can spawn. Maybe potentially. Then we'll jump down even if it fucking kills us, because fuck that. Fuck that indeed. Fuck that very much. It's like no one else's business. Phew. Yeah, the spread of fucking graveyards really isn't too forgiving and fucking more critical though. Kind of forget about that. And then you get reminded of it. I'm like, yep. It's a long walk. Just to get back to my fucking corpse. Oh well. It is what it is, what it is. Basically no point in complaining about it, because, well, it's just a story. In some ways, to be fair, I do kinda see the point in this, because this is actually somewhat punishing you for dying. While, you know, the chance of you dying in more modern WoW is actually already reduced as is, so you don't really run the risk that much. Relatively speaking, that is. Okay. Basically right where the fucking thing said he would be, but he's of course not. That too is not surprising to anyone. Because, you know, it's just supposed to be close to this, which could mean many things. It turns out he's down there somewhere and I just missed him. I'm going to fucking throw kissing it. I would say for fucking reasons. Easy to understand reasons. Let's get some of those though. That's something I want to deal with. Gonna die now. And you deserve that. It's really to God, I want you all to die. Over there.
Isn't ready yet.
Okay, I know the ability to restore my mana to full because I'm probably gonna have to draw both of them. Yep, it's precisely as I figured. Precisely as I was figured. Oh, are you kidding me, game? Oh, fuck you, game. You and your mother, seriously. That's fucking too fast for fucking respawn.
I can't do that yet.
I was like, nah, let me fucking respawn this one quicker than everybody else because fuck you and all you stand for.
Time is money, friend.
That's kinda neat.
Hurry back.
Please item so sharp because my succubus disappeared because I moved too far away from it. Still a more fair system than many others, then at least I get my item back for it. It's not like I'm actually losing anything apart from basically a bit of mana I need to resummon her. Let me kill you again just for the fucking shard you give me. Because you know, filling up that shard bag is actually pretty solid idea.
Can't afford.
Now we go back to him and go like, yeah, we found a quest for you. Hope you're feeling happy about yourself now. Then we'll finish up by doing the kobold quest. Because that too seems like a royal pain, and I'd rather get done with it for now. Good fucking solid reasons, I'd say. Waiting that out seems like a not good idea. You'll lose motivation to go into that cave again. That cave is cancer. Full of shit. In this case, full of goblins. I just recently learned, well, those things are not that dangerous. They are a pain in the ass if they are on Mars, and they will be Marses. Let's ignore them, shall we? They'll not be tough enough to kill me. Just annoying enough to make me wish I had killed them. This is I mean, you would assume those creatures to be a bit smarter, like, okay, he's so far outside our level range, we can't reasonably hurt him. No, some of these creatures are really fucking annoying.
Time is money, friend.
That's actually a nice cloak.
Be good.
Oh, it's a long one. Oh, look at that, I have a long cloak. This is actually the first time I have a fucking long cloak, isn't it? Look, I now have a real cloak that makes me look like a normal, decent person, not some idiot who is basically wearing a kid's cloak. That is indeed rather pleasant. Okay, that alone was kind of worth it. Then to end it, we'll kill an elite merp. An elite elemental. Yes. The fact that we have to kill like 1,000,000 kobolds first is kinda annoying, but well. It is what it is, what it is. And we know of it. We've been in that cave before. I'm sure it literally means we know what to expect. What horrors to come our way. What brutal murder to face us. I think, yeah. Basically what we do is we go here, we kill it, then we go there to give the shredding machines quest to them, so we have that done and dealt with. And then I guess I'm going to... Where's my hearthstone actually bound? Crossroads. It's not a bad place. Technically then I need to fly over to Sunrock to give the Earthen Rise thing. Finish that quest. And we might be doing that too. Then we'll slog out and be like, yep, we've done our day's duties. Actually, we also level up once, so. Was a good start. A very good start. And I think those kobolds were already pretty damn easy to kill the last time we were there, so this time they should be even easier to kill because, well, we're even stronger than back then. We've at least gained like 3 levels? 2 levels? Something like that at least. I just remember where the fucking entrance is. Yeah, I see it. Street on the mini-map. The mini-map tells me like, yes, go there. Okay, what do you mean unknown? Why are these people unknown? Actually, little Terry not online. Well, I know little Terry is not online. He is sleeping. Pretty fair point, I'd say. Because at this hour, usually, you should be fucking sleeping. Very, very, very much so. Making the way back there again fills me very much with dread. I disgust for the kobold race because we need to kill them. Also, little kobolds are very well known for helping the dragons. Especially one dragon. Shartnisarion. Bit of a douchebag, that one. Corrupted douchebag later. Even worse, that, I'd say. Kind of figured. I kind of figured it would be like this. Ever a dull day.
Let's give this a hard start.
Never a dull day, never a dull day, just killing fucking kobolds. Again. Having to go back into this cave again? Yeah, that's not really fitting with a good feeling. It's actually giving me cancer. So I did not want to go back here. For any fucking reason, that is. These kobolds are still easy to kill, but now they're not even giving me XP any longer. So the only worth they have, technically speaking, would be their money they drop, but... if I start collecting this now, I'm not gonna be able to get outside of this cave again without getting fucking... horrible resistance, don't I? Yeah, what a fucking asshole. Fucking right outside that fucking entrance. Yeah, another asshole, eh? Now, I'm fresh out of mana. And shits to give. But there's that. I'm gonna sneak along the left side, basically, because we know we need to go back there. I do know where we need to go, it's just... okay, disgusting, very much so. Imagine you asshole will not just let me fucking leave. Pass in peace, I'll kill you too. I should fucking deserve it. Gonna kill them all, gonna kill them all. Never ever gonna keep them fucking peace. Gosh, to kill them. They need to be killed. All of them need to be killed. You fucking can. Don't lie to me. Get your lying again, I'm gonna do horrible things to you.
Never felt so.
Murder. 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 I'm a murder machine. My only job is to kill pigs. It's, you know, honest rock. Another specific way that is.
Not enough mana.
Yeah, kinda figured. See, I kinda wanted to be smart about it. That, to be fair, hasn't worked out that terribly well.
I'm out of range.
I probably have to kill that one. In order to fight it peace and quiet.
I need more
manner, amongst other things. Well, at least now that we are a bit more powerful, going through here has turned out to be not as much of a pain in the ass. Which is a good start, to be fair. And I would really like the back road to not be a pain in the ass too. You know, that's the whole reason why I didn't. Well, then all of those nice little corpses, full of monies. Which I usually would not be able to resist at fucking all things considered. Well, let's create a fucking head of stone, because we probably need it. As you know, summoning an elite enemy is usually a good recipe to get yourself into trouble. Looking good so far. Also, that's not an elemental, that's a fucking dwarf.
That sparrow isn't ready yet.
That dwarf that can kick me in the face. Not the nicest move I've ever seen.
I don't have a target.
And now he has been slain. Let's hope that we'll never see him again. Because he was a fucking naked dwarf. I don't want to deal with naked dwarfs. They're kinda disgusting. But that the close variety is any better, mind you. You can really see where we came from. Just follow the corpses out again. You'll be pleased. But I guess down here it's almost time for them to respawn. Yep.
Let's get this party started.
I kind of feared that we wouldn't be able to get away completely with it, but the fact that we managed to get out in time for just 1 or 2 spawns instead of having the whole cave to fight again, does rather please me. To be fair. We're gonna talk to the guy for the shredding machines. Then we are going to run to Crossroads, because I think Crossroads is actually the shortest from here. Then we'll fly back to... Actually, no, we don't have to. We can just teleport to Crossroads, can't we? Yes, we can. We can use our Hearthstone. We'll fly over to Sun Rock thingy, and then... Yeah, I'm done pretty much enough, I'd say. So, I would say, that turns out to be true, we'll learn. I think next time we actually go back to, probably back to Undercity and do some more questing there. Because I think at this point we're strong enough to deal with some of the problems in the, Travel Pine Forest. Technically speaking, it would also be just the right level to do some of the dungeon there, but well, finding a group for that is probably gonna be difficult. Not impossible, as you see here. We found one group relatively randomly for the Wailing Caverns, but chances are not that great. To put it mildly. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Yes, I mean, could be going well. Could be going well indeed. Only one way to find out now, isn't there? Look at those weaklings. And 14. Disgusting. Not even worth it. I mean, honestly not worth it, because we get 0 fucking XP out of that. I would like to at least get some rewards for killing people. No, then again, they're cows. Killing things. Yes. Let me take a look at my inventory. Then, I mean, 2 still don't really justify flying all the way back to Obramato store, then now does he? Not really, at least. Agility, yeah, that's totally something I would want to have. Hey, at least some more wool. Good. We can use that. This is to create heavy wool bandages. Maybe actually get enough of them so we can actually get first aid to 150. At which point I would actually have to remind myself where the fuck to learn the next level of fucking first aid. Oh, see, I'll be more than willing to admit that I don't remember. Can we get it at normal trainer? I don't think so. We actually need to find somebody good at it. Ah, difficulties. Small difficulties.
Glory to the Horde.
Yes, you know. You're happy, I am happy. No, wait. Idiot. Wanted to half-stone. And I mean, hey, I have already a whole 10 gold in my pockets. That's not bad. Especially considering that we are still in very much classical times, that is actually pretty damn good.
Greetings.
Oops. Almost forgot to select
We
connects.
shall meet again.
Jeez, almost there. Now we fly over to the Sun Rock Retreat, and we've done all of that. And we could potentially fly back to Ogrima, store some of our resources, but not really necessarily have to. And it feels like a waste of money to fly that much for no good reason. If you know what I mean. Really not lucky, eh? Oh well, oh well, oh well. But I've gone better, I suppose. Shamrock Retreat. I mean, 145 is not bad. Still a bit more we need. And then I need to focus on tailoring in. Basically, as soon as I can use, well, basically as soon as I start using silk for first aid, I can use all of the wool I get exclusively for tailoring. Basically, point where, oh, excuse me. So, when I start putting that up, honestly, I took up tailoring a bit as an afterthought. Not really a profession I'm going to specifically focus on, because that would take too much time. I don't want to lengthen the leveling process overly much by, well, taking up professions to a serious degree. It'll be taking a bit too long. Cleaning I took precisely because it doesn't take that much extra time to actually level that up. Reminds me, how much points do I have in skinning? I'm getting pretty close to maxing that out. It's basically to 225, and then the last step is basically to up to 300. That should be the max for classic. Actually, I don't know afterwards. Did Burning Crusade actually add points to that? Yeah, then it would be 300. 75. I mean, meh. 75 more points, we can probably get those. Relatively easy. Tailoring is gonna be a bit behind. First aid is probably gonna stay somewhat on top. And fishing is basically my own decision when and how I want to push that. Which, well... technically there still would be cooking, but... I never really liked cooking, honestly. I get that it's pretty damn beneficial, but... Grinding for cooking is a pain. Grinding fucking spider legs for cooking, for example. Real pain. Absolutely not my thing. And so that one is usually one of the professions that lacks very, very, very much behind in my particular case. Well. What can I say? Basically, you don't have to be good at everything. I never really run into much trouble just because cooking wasn't completely maxed out, so you know. Just joined me. Me. Wow. Hello there, little goo.
Greeting.
Irgendwie steht.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
It's actually not a bad thing for me. Okay, we've done that. I think it's actually a good idea. We'll fly over to Ograma and then we'll store our materials. And we're gonna take a break. Next time we're gonna go over to do some more questing in the Silver Pine area, maybe. Kinda depends a bit
Well met.
how we deal with the elite shit there, but
Farewell.
we should at least be well enough level to do it. But technically, that is. That one might probably do at a later date. That's gotta be a pain in the ass to do right now. That one. Oh yeah, that was the quest where he was like, I was standing at that little bunker thing. He was like, look to the west. I was looking to the west and nothing ever came of it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave now, thanks. Went by there a few times, never actually saw the supposed invasion happening, so kinda just kept that in my inventory. For no good reason, actually. Like, meh. I guess we can abandon this quest at some point because, well, it's gonna take up space endlessly. Otherwise, for no good reason. Kinda no good reason to keep it there. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Probably take one more run back there and try to tackle that quest again. I mean, we can try. At least. How do I actually do rewards? 25 silver. I mean, it's 1/4 of a gold piece, so I'm not unwilling to take that with me. Nice amount of shmonies. Yeah, amount I'm very much willing to go back for. See, it's around that little banker thing. Yep. Yeah, he is with the little question mark over his head. So he waits for me to report my success. He's like, oh, he'll be back soon, I'm sure of it. Never was seen again. Never. At least we know of a decent amount of fucking soul shards. Also, there are bigger bags. Bigger soul shard bags. Yeah, we can get later on. I think a few of them, or at least one of them, can actually be made with tailoring too. For no reason. That might seem like a good choice for a warlock. But you know, not necessarily a requirement. Although, to be fair, this is a fucking low population server as all hell, so maybe it's actually not a bad choice for us to have that as an option. Might very well serve as well. Maybe. Yes, we'll find out in the future. The deep, dark future. Yes. Flying is such a peaceful thing in this game. Just because you're not flying yourself, actually, you're flying, you know, predetermined paths. That means you can just sit back, relax, and be like, ah, yeah, well, it's a nice environment. Nice skybox. To be fair, makes you wanna play this game, doesn't it? Enjoying quite a bit. Yeah, the naked dwarf that we had to kill. It's like, yeah, an earth and elemental gets summoned, it's a fucking naked dwarf, and you're sitting there like, okay. That's the thing we need to deal with. Nobody knows why the fuck we should have to deal with that, but we had to deal with that. We weren't happy about it, now were we? Oh well, he's dead now. That's the most important part, is after all. Come on. Land. Don't be coward. Land. Now then, to the bag we go. Clean out the inventory even more. Because since I'm missing a whole fucking bag slot anyway, I kinda need to be a bit more prudent about my inventory space. Also because we have, relatively speaking, little bags. Wow, we really don't have much in the way of actual
Farewell.
silk yet. I mean, to be fair, at this point in time, it's probably gonna be a fucking rare drop. Still, you know, a bit more wouldn't hurt, now would it?
What are you looking for?
At the moment, I'm looking for your fucking fix.
For the Horde. Too far away.
Why do I still have this?
I need to get closer.
Fucking inventory space waste. Okay, we've done this. Now then. Yeah, I'm going to a Hearthstone anyway to the crossroads because this is going to be reloaded by the time we come back, so meh. Yes, then for the moment I shall end it here. But with you adieu. Have a good one and all of that. Now I'm quickly gonna look who actually dropped by at this very late hour. On the YouTube side, we have one little battle. Yeah, we should call it battle. Little battle dropped by for a bit. Came and was like, hey, fun quest! Escorting a blood elf all the way from the Northwatch fucking fortress to Ratchet. Yeah, very fun. If you don't have to do it yourself, that is. To be fair. Well, thank you for dropping by. And on the left side, the old Twitch side, we have, well, first and foremost, little Terry, who was like, I can't be there, I am sleepy, I need to go to bed. And I was like, yay, I couldn't sleep. So return to us. Then he spent quite a bit of time with us, which is very much appreciated after all. It's dead. Not fair, don't care. Next in line, the little strategy member, coming by for a bit. And then probably also going to bed, because that's kind of what you do at this sort of fucking late hour. I mean, look at this, it's fucking 3 in the morning. You should be in bed at this point. Yes, I should be in bed, but hey. It's a holiday here, so I can enjoy that, at the very least. I think that's everybody easily nameable. As for those on the more lurking side of things, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And I do hope to see you all again, actually today, to be fair. In a measly few hours when we're gonna play some more. Today is probably also gonna be another WoW stream if memory serves, so do feel free to drop by. I'm gonna do a bit more leveling probably in the undead area. See what comes of it, and if that works out well, we'll see from there. Basically, I'm not too set when it comes to the areas, and I kinda do things a bit more randomly. It's roughly equal to it's the rough equivalent of a guide road I once read like way back when. Yeah, my mind kind of pieces together to some degree. The only thing I remember is the sheer amount of areas you actually visit thanks to that, which is why it kind of stuck with me. It's kind of a nice way of going at things, not just seeing the same area over and over again. But hey, we'll see how that works out, shall we? With not much else to say,